The Green Knight, directed by David Lowery, who also directed Pete's Dragon and A Ghost Story, which actually received mostly positive reviews. So, yeah, I gotta get around to watching that, probably after this review maybe. But anyway, this film stars Dev Patel, Aaron Kellyman, and Joel Edgerton. So The Green Knight follows King Arthur's headstrong nephew, who embarks on a daring quest to confront the Green Knight, a mysterious giant who appears at Camelot. Literally risking his head, he sets off on an epic adventure to prove himself before his family and court. So just to be completely honest with you guys, I'm actually not a huge fan of Arthurian tales. Whether it's fantasy or not though, I do tend to enjoy a good period piece. And without a doubt, that's basically exactly what we have here with The Green Knight. But The Green Knight really isn't a film for casual moviegoers though, and I would say that if you're also not a fan of Arthurian tales, then watching this film might really feel like a waste of time, honestly. But if an ambiguous period piece that's also a coming of age fantasy story intrigues you, then you are in for one hell of a ride with The Green Knight. I mean, it's a very ambitious film, and I can only imagine the challenges David Lowery faced trying to bring this adaptation to life. So since I'm already talking about the director David Lowery, here's a fun fact. While he was shooting The Green Knight, this man was severely sick with the flu. And this was pre-COVID, by the way. But some days on set were so bad that he had to communicate with the cast through written notes, and never told anyone about how sick he was until the production of the movie wrapped up. And this all led to him needing surgery, and eventually having a successful recovery, that is. But holy shit, the dedication. I mean, this guy was literally ready to die to complete this movie. And I know that might sound like exaggeration, but he seemed quite sincere when he mentioned this occurrence. So hey, take from that what you will, but I believe the guy. I think he's telling the truth. I mean, The Green Knight is a very intriguing tale though. We have this young aspiring knight named Gawain, who's really just on a quest to prove to others that he has what it takes to be a hero. And that's at least what we see as viewers from a surface level anyway, before the film really, reveals its true moral lesson. But Gawain is tested constantly in this film in many ways, and his decisions is what's continuously molding him throughout the movie. As a casual moviegoer, you might expect to end up getting this badass sword-wielding knight in shining armor by the film's conclusion, but that's really not what The Green Knight is going for at all. The true message lies so much deeper than that, and that's probably the main reason why I had such a great time with this movie. And that combined, of course, with the very artistic cinematography and the really great sound design here. I mean, I don't really tend to say this often, but I think The Green Knight is a film that really deserves to be seen in theaters. Like, I think that's the only way you're truly gonna get the real experience here. I mean, unless you own a really nice ass home theater. But the reason I don't tend to say this very often is because I'm really just one of those people who believes that you can get the same immersive vibes with any film just watching it from home. But that's just my personal opinion when it comes to most movies. And I know not everyone agrees with that, but I'm just saying with this movie, I think you'll be doing yourself a huge disservice if you don't eventually experience it theatrically. But like I said, at the same time, I know that's really difficult right now, especially with things kind of starting to flare back up regarding the pandemic. So hey, do what you can. So I'm giving The Green Knight an 8.5 out of 10. It can be a difficult movie to follow at times, and some sequences have a habit of lingering a little too long. But it's still an awesome movie with a very deep message that's honestly just as timeless as the original story that inspired this film. And like I've said earlier, if you're already a fan of the story that inspired this film adaptation, I think you're really going to be pleased with what you see on screen, but that's just my guess. I haven't read the original story, but I did go back and do a little research, and turns out, I really enjoyed it. And it seems like they sort of stuck to the overall main message pretty well. But The Green Knight is already available right now in some select theaters, and there you have it. So if you enjoyed the content, you know what to do. Thank you for watching.